So in the world, there are 1.64 million hockey players in the world. That can range from England, the United States, to Canada, to Germany. Surprisingly enough, there are hockey players in Africa. That translates to about 8,410 players per country. There's 195 countries. But obviously, hockey doesn't exist in every single country. So, like, obviously, in for example, Europe countries like Pakistan, higher climates, can't play hockey there. It's not nice. You may ask how this ties to you. You may have a family member who, really loves sports. They really love hockey in specific. By me explaining what all of this is, it could help you understand why they enjoy it, or it could also get you into the sport. I always want to try it. Maybe I can. My credibility for this is I've been playing hockey for the past 11 years of my life. I've been playing ever since I was about 4. But when I was back that young, I was mostly just trying to stand up instead of, falling over all the time on ice. The total purpose of my speech is 1, to show you the general rules, how to play hockey. 2, how to tape a stick. That's also one of the most important things I think of what hockey is having a stick, playing, shooting. And then show you some of the history and some of the great people behind the sport. Okay, first I'm going to explain what the rules are. There is countless rules, so many. First one we're going to start off with is icing. So you have the goal line, the first red line, the first blue line, then the red line, then the second blue line, and then you have the goal line. One team gets, so there's an offensive zone and a defensive zone. Your team is obviously, if you're, let's say Litchfield, you have the offensive zone in, let's say, Eden Valley's area, whatever, their defensive zone. Icing is where you take the puck from, let's say, the defensive side and throw it all the way down, crosses all of the lines to the defensive side. Goes all the way down, and nobody catches the puck. It'll hit the back of the boards, and then it'll call off, and you'll go do a face-off. Hand passing, obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. You take the puck, you slap it with your hand, try to throw it. There's also another one. It's where instead of just trying to pass with your hand, you can also jump up and catch it. But if you swing your arm down, that's also technically called a hand pass. But if you just jump up and then hit your hand and fall down, then it's not a hand pass. Rules are kind of specific on that. High sticking, obviously, that's pretty also self-explanatory. High stick in the air, and you try to swat the puck. It's high stick. That's a 2-minute minor, I believe. Roughing, that a little more self-explanatory. You go into a player and you're hitting extra jabs, you're hitting unnecessary stuff. Hooking, pretty also self-explanatory. You just hook their legs, try and sweep them out from underneath them so they can fall over, so you can get the puck. And then we have the positions. You have goalie, center, defenseman, and wings. Goalie, obviously, sit in the net, try and block the puck, try and catch it from being scored on with your team. Center, they're the ones that do the face-off. I'll get into explaining what face-offs are in a minute. The wings, they sit on the opposite side, the left and the right of the center. They are there to catch the puck if whatever way you swing your stick for the puck to go. So you can obviously move it around, pass it. And the defensemen, they sit at the back. Depending if you're on a circle in the offensive or defensive end, they sit at the back line, the blue line. And if it gets drawn back to them, they have more space to put it, go around. Now face-offs. Face-offs they consist in a circle, center dot, and then you have the 2 hash marks. They're the little lines on the outside of the large circles. The center goes in the middle dot, and then the 2 wingers, one on the left side, one on the right side, obviously, like I said before. And then they sit on, center sits in the middle, wingers on the outside, and they wait for the puck to be dropped by the ref. And that's what I play center. And then obviously I'm going to be showing you how to tape the stick. I'll get into that in a second. And then necessary things you'll need. You'll need skates, stick, gloves, helmet, shin pads, elbow pads, chest protector, all that stuff. And I'm actually going to show you how to tape the stick. Okay, so we're going to do both the blade and the actual handle of the stick. How I like to do it, can I use a string? I like to do my recording sitting down because it's just easier to control the stick that way. But I'm gonna start with the top end. So take your roll of tape, find the edge, obviously, just like taping anything else. What I do is I pre-put a knob on the end of this, so you're like when your hand goes back, it has something to hit on, so you don't just slide off. But I take it and normally I'll wrap it around the end, just like that. Do that a few times. Obviously I've already done that, but wrap around a few times, just like that. And then normally I will break it off before I start going down, but I've already had the knob on there like I just said. Slowly bring it down, just like that, going layer by layer, and trying not to get into these bubbles. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's kind of like a little lip under here. You don't want that. You want to try and get it as flush as possible. So you might have to bring it back, angle it a few times. You're always just trying to move it down. Now this isn't going to be perfect because I'm trying to stay within the time, but you just slowly bring it down. Trying to keep it even and spaced across. Now what you're looking for is little lines. There's like little gaps in between like the layer tape. You want that to be evenly spaced all the way down the actual handle itself. Now like I said before, this isn't going to be perfect because I'm not trying to do this relatively fast. You're just trying to get those even lines all the way down and not have the tape bubble up or like crease. Just continue bringing it down. And then once you, my rule of thumb is I always bring it to like the end of my thumb here, where that is, so I'll have to keep going just a little bit. So I'll bring it down to like just about there, and then instead of continuing to go down, I'll bring it, just wrap it around. So it's nice, or as flush as, or as flat as you can get it, excuse me. Just like that. And we'll take the scissors. Set. I'll just fill it. Normally, I'll have like a medical wrap on the end of this, so it's obviously more grip, but I don't have any of that, ran out of it. There's a few different ways you could take the blade. You could do like a sock, you could do like a half. A sock goes all the way up to here. Half is right there. Well, we're just gonna do a full. That's what I normally do. Find the edge here. Get it started. Nice and flat, just like that. And then you want to layer over the top just once, just go around, and then you want to start kind of branching it off. Just like that. And you're also trying to get the layered tape to be nice and spaced out for the rest of it. Just keep going down. Obviously I gotta speed this up just a little bit here. So I'm not gonna do the full set, or I might be able to get it, we'll see. Now this isn't obviously gonna be perfect because I'm just trying to speed through this. But yeah, that's basically, you just go to the end. Now this isn't technically what you do, but you just go all the way to the end like that, go to the end and you snip around the end. So obviously wax, put the wax on this so the snow doesn't stick and so the puck doesn't stick. I have a flat side on this, just spread it across like that. Put it on both sides and then take the puck. Most people don't do that, but I do. I just go like this so it keeps the tape down. I go like that, and then take this little edge here, go like that. So crowds cross the iceberg, and yeah, that's it. It's just a nice beach.